Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we are diving into something that so many of us deal with, sometimes every single day, those awful gastric problems. We're not just going to talk about quick fixes, but how you can actually build long-term gut health. So, let's get right into it. Does this look familiar? That heavy, bloated feeling that just shows up and ruins a perfectly good meal. Yeah, you are definitely not alone in this. But the good news is, there are some really straightforward ways to handle it, and even better, to stop it from happening in the first place. Okay, so before we jump into the solutions, let's take a quick look under the hood. What exactly are we talking about when we say gastric problems? And, what's really causing all that trouble?
At its heart, gastric problems is really just a catch-all term. It can mean anything from a little bit of indigestion to more serious, nagging pain. Basically, any kind of issue that's coming from your stomach and digestive tract. Think of it as your body trying to tell you that something's just a little bit off balance.
And, it's pretty wild when you look at the most common causes. Sure, we all know that super spicy or oily food can be a trigger, but look at the rest of this list. Stress, anxiety, eating on the run, even that morning coffee habit. All these everyday things can seriously pile on the pressure on our gut. All right, so the damage is done. You're feeling that discomfort right now. What can you do to feel better fast? Let's build what I like to call a gut first aid kit for when your stomach is sending out an SOS. Here we go. 6 simple but surprisingly powerful steps. First, sipping on some warm water can really help settle things down. Ginger is a total superstar for soothing nausea. You can also try a tiny bit of baking soda in water. It acts like an antacid, but definitely use that one sparingly. Chewing on fennel seeds is an old-school remedy that really works for gas. And seriously, don't underestimate just taking a few deep breaths or going for a gentle walk. It can work wonders. And this really hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? Getting that quick relief is fantastic, but the real win, the real goal is to stop this from happening over and over again. It's about moving past the temporary band-aids and finding a real, permanent solution.
Which brings us to the most important part of this whole conversation, building that strong foundation for a healthy gut for the long haul. So how do we get there? Well, it all boils down to creating some consistent, healthy habits.
So, let's talk about the fuel you're putting in your body. On the left, you've got your team of gut-friendly heroes. Fresh fruits, veggies, whole grains, and probiotics from things like yogurt. They keep everything running smoothly. And on the right, well, you've got the usual troublemakers. It's not about being perfect, right? It's just about making a few more conscious choices every day.
And it goes way beyond just food. Your digestive system absolutely loves a routine, so eating at regular times can be a total game changer. Getting enough sleep is crucial for repair, and staying hydrated is a must. Oh, and here's the detail I love, actually chewing each bite 20 to 30 times. It sounds a little silly, but it makes a huge difference in how well you digest your food.
Okay, now, we have to talk about something really important. While all these home remedies and lifestyle shifts are amazing for most people, it is absolutely crucial to know when it's time to talk to a doctor. Please pay close attention to this list. If you're dealing with any of these things, like severe pain that just won't quit, really alarming signs like blood or sudden weight loss, do not just ignore it and hope it goes away. These can be signs of more serious conditions that need a doctor's immediate attention.
And just so you know, all this great advice isn't just something we pulled out of thin air. All the information we've been talking about comes directly from the expertise and recommendations of the medical specialists at Arka Anugraha Hospital.
This advice is backed by literally decades of real-world experience. You have specialists like Dr. Ramesh Makam, who has over 45 years in the field, and Dr. Gaurang Ramesh, who brings a more holistic, integrative approach. This is solid, trustworthy guidance. Okay, so we've covered the what, the why, and the how. Let's wrap it all up with a simple personal action plan that you can put into practice, like today. This is how we turn all this information into actual results. And just look at how simple these steps are. This is not about some massive, scary life overhaul. It's all about small, consistent choices. Just pick 1 or 2 of these to start with. Maybe it's just that 10-minute walk after dinner, or swapping out that bag of chips for an apple. These are the tiny habits that build a lifetime of good health. And really, that's what it all comes down to. Don't try to do everything at once. Just choose one thing. So I'll leave you with this question to think about. What's going to be your first small step towards a happier, healthier gut? Thanks so much for joining me.